Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome here to race number 20 of the fourth season of the NR 2003 Red Bull GT Series. We're now into the part of what we call the chase for the champ. Well, technically, it's not a chase for the championship, but you get the idea of what I'm talking about. Anyway, we're going to be down to the final 10 races of the regular season after today is done. And time is running out for drivers to put themselves into championship contention as we got some tough races coming up in the next 10 races. If you didn't see the qualifying results from earlier this morning, Ricky Cervantes is on the pole position at a blistering lap time he set yesterday, or this morning rather. He's alongside of J Ard. Ricky Cervantes comes into this race in the 19th position in points, looking for his second win on the year. J Ard, on the flip side, still looking for her first win of the year. She's currently fifth in the points. RB Gardner raced his way into this field via the Go Home session, making his third start of his Red Bull GT career, and he's alongside of Jonathan Wong. Jonathan Wong in the 62 comes in this race 15th in the points, looking for his second win on the season. Basically, you've already seen the rest of the starting lineup. Brooke Packett crashed her car during qualifying, had to go to a backup car, and we'll have to start at the rear of the field. So these are the official qualifying results you're seeing right here on your screen. And let's get these cars moving out. We got 47 laps await us here from Talladega Super Speedway, as Ricky Cervantes is having some issues getting on. Hold on. All right, there we go. Now the cars are officially rolling off. Oh, hold on. All right, looks like everybody has officially rolled off the grid. Bradley Ring had problems getting off the grid, so that was a second wave off. And then Ricky Cervantes had a first wave off, so as we've now gotten the one to go signal, we're going to go green flag racing next time by. Alexander Underwood starting at the rear of the field. He is the points leader coming in this race. P Albanus is 33 points back. He is second in points and the rookie points leader. C Goforth third in the standings, 44 points back. 47 back is S Redmen, second to the rookie of the year standings, who is in fourth. J Ard is 50. J Monroe third in the rookie of the year standings. She is sixth. Skylar Taylor seventh. Bradley Reim eighth. Kyler Anderson ninth. And Josh Harmon will complete your top 10. Top 10 separated by 113 points, as I almost dropped my phone. Apologies about that. I almost dropped my phone, which would have not been funny. Getting set for 47 laps of racing. We talked about this in Go Home qualifying and main qualifying this morning. We ran Talladega last season. The defending winner of the race not in the field. That would be Nathan Murphy. The car he drove did not make the show with the two of Lizette Armstrong. As here we come through the tri-oval to come take the green. And race number 20 of the fourth season of the Red Bull GT Series is underway. Let's go, Dega racing drivers! In the words of Mike Joy, nice clean start as the field's still trying to get up to speed. We saw the wreck over here in turn number 4 in Go Home qualifying this morning. In main qualifying this morning. We had no incidents in Go Home qualifying this morning. Cervantes will lead the first lap of this race. Here comes Emma Kaiser in the 49. On the inside of Cervantes, this will be for the lead of the race. Right behind her is S Askraov in the 07. As Askraov will lead that lap. Brooke Packett's in danger of losing the draft in the 16. Remember, she went to a backup car after she was involved in that qualifying incident this morning. I talked to Sean and I talked to Cody, and I asked them, is it a disadvantage or advantage? They said, it's worrisome for them to start the rear of the field because, as we're going to look at the back of the field, Brooke Packett's about to lose the draft along with Cody Smart. It's a worrisome because you could get caught up in the big one right now as Packett is trying her best to get caught back up. Remember, this is a backup car. She's not had any laps on this backup car. She's only had a few laps, but she hasn't gotten a lot of laps in the backup car, so she's trying her best to catch up, and right now she's losing the draft as we speak. Points leader Alexander Underwood back here at the rear of the field. As we should go back to the 07 of Askarov. Well, as soon as I say that, Palmer just took the lead. Do not know if these drivers can make it 47 laps on a tank fuel. Let me see what the fuel window is here for these drivers here at this racetrack. 59 laps, so they could make it 47 laps. The question is going to be if they are going to make it on tires. Remember, we had one caution in this race last season. Don't know if we're going to have a yellow in this race here this season. We'll see. Sam Tenley, one of the drivers who raced his way into this field via the Gorgom session. As Packett has now officially lost the draft. I don't know what the ticker is doing there, but anyway. Here comes the gal that's second in the Rookie of the Year standings, Sarah Redmond in the 86. Sarah Redmond's trying to run down her teammate, which is Ponzo Albanus for the Rookie of the Year standing. She's only 47 points back, which, by the way, is a full race. She did get a lap bled, so that will cushion the blow just a little bit. Bianchi now in the lead of the race, and let me see if Packett's caught up. Nope, she has a fish. Well, it looks like she's trying her best. She's trying to stay up here with this lead pack. I'm starting to get a little worried she's not going to get caught up. Remember, like I said, she had to start the rear. She would have started 30th if she didn't have to go to a backup car. Andrew Williams back here at the rear of the field. And it looks like the 16 has just caught up. And I thought she caught up for a bit, but apparently she hasn't. The 04 can get there. We go. Looks like the 04 is going to get down the inside line. So Packett can stay up here with the lead drive. Oh, yeah, she's got a hell of a run. But is it enough to catch up? As some cars are in fifth gear, just shipped it to fifth gear. Now they'll get up to sixth gear, which is top speed. So we're looking at Campbell Marsh in the 64. As of this recording, Campbell Marsh just recently had a birthday, so happy belated birthday to him. Campbell Marsh comes into this race. So I look for the 64, dropped 7 spots down to 18th in the points after a tough race last week at the Glen. Ironically, a series I just did, we just ran at the Glen and then at Michigan, so that's ironic. E Aurora in the 13 machine, going to take the race lead. The second-year driver, the Spaniard. She's the only Spaniard driver we have in this series. E Aurora in the 13 having a as here comes Bradley Reim in the 21 machine. That's last week's pole sitter Maddie Crenshaw. E Aurora 16th in the points. Maddie Crenshaw comes into this race 31st in the points, gained 5 spots after last week's race. She was the dominant car of that race. And it looks like Brooke Packett has officially lost the draft. I thought she got caught up with that, getting that draft, but apparently it looks like it didn't work. So she is probably going to be out of contention unless we get a yellow. Maddie Crenshaw in the 36. Don't know what this is going to mean to her future in the Oreo Cup series, but Maddie Crenshaw said, she's going to worry about. Oh, somebody's blown up. I was going to go ahead and finish what I was going to say. Maddie Crenshaw is going to focus on the Oreo Cup series at the time being, but someone has blown up, and it's Kasumi Takashi. Looks like a mechanical failure is let go on that machine, and that really stacked everybody up. Going to give Brooke Packett a chance to catch up, but don't think that's going to happen. That really affected a lot of people, including second the rookie of the year, Sarah Redmond. And it broke up that pack majorly. As Takashi is now the first driver officially going to be out of this race, as I just missed who just led that lap. I think it was Kyle Langland in the 22. Yes, it was. So Takashi now out of the race. Unfortunate for her. That's a shame for Takashi, if you ask me, as she came into this race 17th in the points, so she's going to drop through the points table leaving today. As Kyle Langland's dropping back, that's Vanko Seaman who just now took the race lead. Seaman 13th in the points, having a good rookie year campaign. Skylar Taylor now takes the race lead from Vanko Seaman. Sorry, I was looking up something on Instagram. Header issue on the 71. We're also being told the 33 is one lap down. That would be Tico Jumiaka, who raced his way in. There he is. Oh, he came to pit road. It's like an unscheduled pit stop. Yep, he came to pit road. So apparently he has a little issue on that 33 machine. So that's another position Brooke Packett has gained. But she's already lost the draft. Addison Peterson has lost the draft as well as a result of the 71 blowing up. As Bianchi retakes the lead. By the way, I was just posting something on the LTR group as of this recording, so if I'm not talking much in the commentary, I do apologize. As Sam Tenley going to go for the race lead. Who's the last car in this lead draft? That would be Reagan Whitlock, so that's 28 cars in the lead draft. Here's the second pack, led by Chaz Farmer. Sean Art's in this pack. Danny Johnson, Andrew Williams, Trinity Lee. There's Logan Williams, Josh Harmon. Oh, Danny Johnson's in trouble. Something just happened to Danny Johnson. It's also affected Sarah Redmond. That's not what the 77 needed. He was 32nd at the time. Brooke Packett's going to catch Sarah Redmond because it really held up a lot of drivers and it split up that group really well. They're going to need a caution here. Redmond's going to get caught up by these two girls, Brooke Packett and Addison Peterson. Danny Johnson's heading to pit road. Something is wrong with the 77. That's a shame because Danny Johnson just made this race and he really did not need this. So he will now head to pit road. That's another position gain for Packett. That's really going to hurt Sarah Redmond because remember, comes in this race second in the Rookie of the Year standings. The guy she was trying to run down for the Rookie of the Year, Albanus, is running in 17th. So Danny Johnson now goes a lap down as a result. As E Aurora now leads this race. And the 77 is now one lap down. 77 has returned the race. Sarah Redmond is with Addison Peterson and Brooke Packett. Josh Harmon's going to get reeled in by those two. Annie Crenshaw. Also, I didn't realize J Ard also lost the main group. And Sean Art's running in 30th. Boy, mechanical problems becoming a thing at this stage in this race. Ooh, if that was the finish, Matty Crenshaw would have won. But they're about to catch the 33 of Tico Jumiaka. Don't know if he'll be up to speed. Remember, he came in with an unscheduled pit stop, so I'm not entirely sure what was wrong with the 33. And we still have 41 of the 42 cars in the race, 39 of them currently, as of now, on the lead lap, and the only driver now out of the race is Kasumi Takashi. Excuse me there, got a little tongue twisted there, as they're about to catch the 33 in mere seconds. Just past the halfway point of this race, lap 25 of 47, as Kaiser goes around the outside and just leaves the 33 like he's sitting still. 33, I don't think, is up to speed, so this is going to really hurt that lead pack. And it's holding everybody on the outside line as the inside line's going to get going. That's also bringing that second pack right up to the leaders. Here they come. Chaz Farmer, Sean Art, all those drivers I was just talking about that was right behind this lead pack. They're in a sync. They're, drafting each other in a straight line. They're not side by side. Just like that, they have caught up to this lead pack. Now they got to figure out where they need to go, if you ask me. Sean's going to go to the inside. That's probably a smart decision. Yeah, I think the 33's got more issues. Henrietta Fitzwater's starting to lose some ground. Cervantes is going the wrong way. And like I said, that really screwed up the lead pack as far as that's concerned. Helped that second group of stragglers to catch right up to them. As Kaiser's in the lead. Oh, got problems. Got problems. Somebody's below the apron. Somebody's below the apron or below the yellow line. That's Bradley Reim. Oh, they're almost wrecked. Monroe and Bradley Reim, look out. Jesse Art's below the yellow line. They had to take evasive action. And Bradley Reim's got damage. And that was all cause of the 33 causing that stack up. Wowzers. And Bradley Reim just got taken out of contention. Let's see what happened here. Another mechanical failure. The 88 let go, or blew up. Okay, so I take that back. It was all because of Reagan Whitlock. And let's see. Bradley Reim didn't have any contact. He just got loose. He was trying to avoid the 88. 88 spun out of his own oil, and then there's the hit from Dana Monroe. Reim has come to pit road. Boy, this race has taken a dramatic turn as we're down to 18 laps of racing to go here at Talladega. Yeah, there's the skid marks there. No caution as a result. This race has really turned on its head. And we didn't see a lot of this last season. That was bizarre. As there's the skid marks from Bradley Reim, so he'll be a lap down as a result. But that was all caused because the 88 was blowing up. Excuse me. Jonathan Wong still is now the leader as a result of that little kerfuffle there. Now we're down to 37 drivers on the lead lap. We're going to have now 40 cars in the race. Reagan Whitlock is now going to be out of the race, as he will join Kasumi Takashi back in the garage area and out of the race. And Reagan Whitlock came into this race 33rd in the points. This is not good news for him, because he is flirting with, because he was a total of 18 points ahead of the 35th in the standings cut line. And once the two drivers that are out of the series fall below 35th in the standings, this could put Reagan Whitlock out of the top 35 as a result of this. As Reagan Whitlock still on pit road, Bradley Reim back in the race. Josh Harmon has lost the draft. Now he's with the ladies of Redmen, Monroe, Packett, and Peterson. Logan Williams has got Annie Crenshaw and J Ard. This is bad news for Jesse. Last car in that lead group is J Fogleman in the 1. I actually need to get a hold of J Fogleman so I can get. And this is the second pack that's led by S Askraov as they're trying to run down that lead group. As Kaiser now leads this race. I was moving my Rumble toy as he was saying hi to me, and I said hi back in quietness. There we go. Good run for RB Gardner in the 7. Raced his way into this event via the Go or Go Home qualifying earlier today, making the most of that opportunity as he's running inside the top 10 now. As the laps are ticking away here at Talladega Superspeedway. Excuse me. Danny Johnson about to go a lap down. Only 10 cars in this lead draft. Kaiser's the last of them. That second pack is only 3 seconds back. A camshaft issue on the 88 of Reagan Whitlock is what took him out of the race. Surprisingly, it didn't bring out a caution, but he was well out of harm's way, so at least the safety crews hooked the 88 car up and slowly towed the car back behind the wall. As Danny Johnson, I don't know if he's got a mechanical problem or something like that. But Kyler Anderson's going by for the race lead as we're coming to 10 laps of racing to go here at Talladega Superspeedway. While we're watching this race, let me remind everybody this copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the World Racing Association and the Blue Hedgehog TV for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction or rebroadcast or retransmitted or any other disseminations or the use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the World Racing Association and the Blue Hedgehog TV is prohibited. Blue Hedgehog TV want to thank you fans for your support of the World Racing Association, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast for the Red Bull GT Series. As everybody got around the 77 without much of an issue, so we still have the top 10 still in this lead pack. How about Ingrid Pollard, who's had a rough season, nothing gone her way, and she's right now running in the 9th position, which is very good. Comes in this race 45th in the points, and of course a couple of drivers ahead of her in the points that failed to qualify. This will help her climb through the points table heading into next week's race. Which, let me actually look where we're going next week. Next week for the GT Series, we're heading to Darlington Raceway. As Cody Smart leads the race. Remember, Cody started in 30th. And he's up here in the lead pack. And we got traffic ahead of the leaders that will play a factor in who's going to win this race. Got to keep an eye on that second pack. And it looks like Danny Johnson is not now up to speed, but that's Bradley Reim and Tico Jumiaka. Remember, Bradley Reim went a lap down and had to make some repairs on his 21 machine. And he was a driver that came in running well in points, so he's really going to take a hit in the standings. Bradley Reim was 8th in points coming into this race, as Jumiaka is now a lap down. Bradley Reim's now going to go another lap down. Kyle Langland, while all this is going on, is now the leader. Kaiser's going to follow Langland. Kyler Anderson's going to do the same just to get around Bradley Reim. Oh, but Kaiser's going to do the crossover move and try to take the lead from Kyle Langland. Kaiser, former winner this season, all the way back in one of the Japanese races. Dropped 4 spots down to 29th in the points. This is going to help her move her way back through the points table heading into next week. Danny Johnson still with this lead pack. Oh, we got pit stops. Hold up, pit stops. I was just talking about when we're going to see pit stops, and now we're seeing them here today in the closing stages of this race. Hold up. This race has now really turned on its head. And I was just talking about, are these drivers going to make it on tires? The answer is going to be a big fat no. And that's really going to shake up the running order. Jonathan Wong's out of the race with another mechanical problem. So we've lost 3 cars with mechanical problem. We've already are having pitch strategy that's playing a factor in who's going to win this race. Now you better have a good pit stop. Oh no, the 60 is around. Alexander Underwood's around. The caution is out. This is going to be probably the race for the win. Oh boy. And the 60 just missed her pit stall. This is really going to shake up the running order. Oh my goodness me. The caution comes out. And who in the world is going to be the leader? It looks like it's Annie Crenshaw. This race has just gotten even more weirder. Oh my goodness me. What on earth just happened? But where's the pace car? Oh, the pace car's over here. But the problem is Annie Crenshaw went by the pace car. Caution is out for the first time today. Annie Crenshaw is waiting for the pace car driver to catch up to her. So the pace car needs to pick it up. Pace car's only going 70 miles an hour. While this is going on, let's jump back and look at a replay to see what happened to Alexander Underwood, as this might have just ended the race here at Talladega. Well, this is one of the things we talk about coming to pit road. See, Alexander Underwood is coming to pit road because, like I said, they're beginning green flag pit stops, and Bianchi just couldn't get slowed down as he just runs over Alexander Underwood. And I kind of figured with him coming back in front of traffic, this was going to bring out the caution. And Alexander Underwood surprisingly doesn't get hit by anybody else, and he's going to continue on to finish this race. But this race has taken a dramatic turn. We've had cars blowing up. We've had pit stops that's going to probably play a factor who wins this race. And the question is, who got trapped a lap down as a result of this? As the yellow's out for the first time today, let's get back to live action here at Talladega. Unfortunately, it looks like the race is going to end under the yellow. And while that happened, Annie Crenshaw broke the ignition on her car and it went kaboom. And unfortunately, she's going to be out of the race, and shockingly gave the win to Elena Aurora pending any issues between now and the end of the race. Wow, this race has had it all. We've had drivers have problems. Bradley Reim getting loose, saving it. Almost had our first yellow with Bradley Reim. We've had a yellow during green flag pit stops that played a factor in this, and Elena Aurora's team is going to go to victory lane as a result. And she is the leader now. Zachary Fitzwater second, Trinity Lee third, Reggie Fogleman fourth, Ponzo Albanus fifth, Henrietta Fitzwater sixth, Chaz Farmer seventh, Lucian Bianchi eighth, Ingrid Pollard ninth, and Sebastian Palmer will complete your top 10. Boy, this race has been super weird. Here's the yellow and the checker flag. Another win for DVR. Elena Aurora will win her second Red Bull GT Series race of the season in a chaotic race at Talladega. Holy cow! As the field right now blistering by, and that is standings are now official. In one of the most chaotic races I did not expect this series to have. We basically gave you the top 10 as far as that is concerned. Cody Smart, Shyla Askraov, Maddie Crenshaw, Kyler Anderson, and Sam Tenley were your top 15. As you look on down through the remainder of the finishing results, I don't know what to say. This was one of the most chaotic races ever. Brooke Packett had a problem during the had to go to a backup car, had to start the rear of the field, really didn't make up anything but 10 positions as far as that is concerned. Going to finish in 32nd, as she was the last car on the lead lap. Josh Harmon finished a lap down. Sarah Redmond, second in the Rookie of the Year standings, top 10 in the points. She's going to take a hit in the standings. Seeing a lot of drivers running well in points, really going to take some hits. J Ard, 29th, was 5th in points coming in this race. Bradley Reim, 37th, came in this race 8th in points. Dana Monroe, 6th in the standings, going to take a hit in the standings, 35th. We had 38 drivers finish the race, 32 of them on the lead lap. Jumianka was the last to finish the race. And only 4 drivers did not reach the conclusion of the race. Annie Crenshaw blew the ignition while she was the leader. Could have been her victory, but unfortunately it was not meant to be. Campbell Marsh, who was having a good run today, unfortunately out of the race with mechanical problem. Reagan Whitlock, this could drop him out of the top 35 as far as a poor finish is concerned. And Kasumi Takashi had a header issue. So 4 drivers had mechanical problems that played a factor in this race. As we look here to see who would be the points leader, Alexander Underwood came home in 17th, was the points leader. Ponzo Albanus, second in points, came home in the 5th position. So let's see, that is 12 points Ponzo Albanus has gained on Alexander Underwood. So despite finishing in 17th, as I don't know what Ricky Cervantes is doing, but anyway, despite finishing 17th, Alexander Underwood had a nice healthy lead over Ponzo Albanus, so he will no doubt keep the points lead heading into next week's race. And as for Ponzo Albanus, he might have extended his gap over Sarah Redmond, as Sarah Redmond had a difficult day, as I don't know what the hell Sarah Redmond's doing on pit road, but that's besides the point. And we'll just leave it at that. But that is going to do it from a wacky race here at Talladega Super Speedway. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race from Talladega. A weird race, pit strategy, and then the caution that really shook up the running order as far as that is concerned. What a crazy Talladega race we had for you today. If you enjoyed this race, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the World Racing Association crew today. We showed your full finish results, the point standings. Talladega played its part in shaking the points up, and we're going to have a nice little shakeup heading into next week's race for the Red Bull GT Series, which next week for them, we're heading to Darlington Raceway. But we got to finish up this race weekend first. We had the Chicagoland, where Trucks, Busch, and Winston Cup began the chase for the championship, their playoffs, as we begin at the Chicagoland Speedway. Next week, it'll be just Red Bull GT Series on Saturday, the Winston Cup race on Sunday, as Winston Cup has their second playoff race of the season, as they are at, if I pull up the schedule here, that would probably help me out. Red Bull GT Series will be at, hold on, they will be at Nashville Super Speedway. And Winston Cup will be at the Irish Hills of Michigan for their second playoff race, setting us up for the first elimination race at Indianapolis. So hope you'll join us for those races. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Indeed signing off. We'll see you guys next time for Darlington. Until then, you've been watching another broadcast courtesy of the World Racing Association, the greatest racing since 2017.